Precept Consultant, and I'm going to be showing you K4 and for K4 and K5 Bible. And I want to introduce the special person with me. This is my daughter, and what's your name?
Marissa.
And Marissa, how old are you?
5.
5. And what grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
So she's going to help me a little bit with reviewing this curriculum and kind of showing you what we did with it. And so let's begin. You'll first, when you get your kit, you'll see that you come with a teacher's guide over here. You'll come with a student workbook packet. You'll also come with the Bible Truths music CD. That's kind of nice. And then you'll come with 165 large cards. The wonderful thing about this Bible Truth program is this is geared toward 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds. So either group you want to do. So it'd be perfect for if you wanted to do it with your homeschool. It's set up actually for 9 months of school, so 5 days a week. Or you could use it as family devotions, or you could just do it as personal devotions with you and your daughter or a group of children. You can adapt it to any amount of children that you want to do. So I really like it. What do you think about this?
Fine.
So the first thing you're going to see is the lesson is broken up into 165 lessons, and they're beautifully illustrated in cards. And every unit is a different unit. And let me show you. So these are the cards. This is your teacher edition. It's very small. It's not very big because everything is on that you need to teach is actually on the back of your cards. So there's 165 lessons, and you'll see here is that Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, each unit has a different theme. So let's just look at the first one. So the first theme is on walking in obedience. And there are 20 cards that go with that, and they're color-coded. So this first card right here, you'll see at the bottom, is number 1. So that is Unit 1, Lesson 1. And there are 20 of them, so you'll see at the bottom that this is red, and that there are 20 in this unit. So it's all color-coded. That also goes with the student pages, because the first unit, like I said, is walking in obedience, and it's red. And so the number on here corresponds to the color, so you know what unit you're on. And what was this unit about?
Adam and Eve.
You'll notice that this is her student page. This coloring page is used with card 2. And this is the card 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's because they look the same.
they look the same, yes. So tell us a little bit about this story, Marissa.
Okay.
What do you know about it? Because you colored it.
So, they are they're naked because like when God made them and they're naked. That's how God made them. So they're not having clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why in this picture there's no clothes on them. Basically, and then that picture there's no clothes on them.
Mm-hmm. So this story is about who is God and how that God made me and God made all things, right?
Yes.
And what else did God make in the story besides Adam and Eve?
All things.
Yeah, so what do you see in this picture that you colored?
Animals, grass,
Yep.
bushes, and
Yep.
dogs.
And they all look very happy.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so this lesson is talking about how God gave us His Word and all of the things that God has made. And I know that because I'll show you the back of the card. This is the entire lesson on the back of the card. So on the very top, it gives you the Bible truth. Then it talks about a little prayer and the Bible verse for that unit. And then the materials you're going to need. And it'll tell you what page. And this particular one says student page 1, and it says who is God. So you could actually just read the lesson to her while you're showing this to her. The very bottom, or ask some questions that can go with it. So the lesson is actually not in here. This is a guide, but the lesson is on the back of every card. This is really nice because there's hymns and songs. And so for this unit 1, it has suggested songs. Sorry, honey. So some of the suggested songs are Trust and Obey, All Things Were Made by God, the Creation Song. And you say, I don't know those songs. Well, if you listen to the CD, you can learn the songs, and some are old hymns, some are newer songs that were created just for this. And so that's a lot of fun. I love music. Music is one of the things that the press uses, BJU Press uses for learning. There is a memory verse for every unit on the back of your card here. So it tells us that what the memory verse is. It's Hebrews 13:17a. The other wonderful thing about this is, I was going to tell you about, it's Bible Truths. It's called Bible Truths for Christian Growth. And they're basically questions with biblical answers that you can teach your children. The very first question is, who made you? Hey, Marissa, who made you?
God.
Yes, so the child would say, God made me. And then the next question they can learn, and it tells you about the different questions in each unit. And this is a smaller version of it. Every Bible curriculum in Bob Jones has this, BJU Press materials. And so the other question is who else did God make?
All things.
God made me in all things. And actually, years ago when I was in school, these truths are universal, and I learned these same truths. Who made me? God made me. Who else did God make? God made me in all things. Why did God make me in all things? For His own glory. So I can repeat to you all of this entire list because I learned it as a child. One more thing that I think is important is the curriculum is the Word of God. I think that the Bible is the number one thing that teaches us about who?
Yes, it is.
Who does the Bible teach us about?
Jesus healing people, Jesus' disciples, yeah, that's basically what it's teaching us.
Yeah, the Bible is a book about God, and the Bible teaches us about Jesus, and Jesus is the rescuer that comes and rescues us from our sin, from Genesis all the way to Revelation. So through these cards, you're going to go all the way to the end, and the last lesson unit is walking in patience. And the very last unit goes that Jesus will return. So you go from the very beginning of creation to when Jesus comes back. And I love all the Bible, but this is just particularly really good. So again, this is the Bible Truths, and you can get this from any Homeworks consultant or through BJU Press online. And if you go through a Homeworks consultant, you can get it for a discount. All right, thank you. Talk to you later.